They say Avril Lavigne doesn't age. Could she be a vampire? Well, the jury's still out, but for now I'm still going to do my Halloween Avril Lavigne vampire tutorial. So first of all, I popped some primer onto my eyelids to help my eyeshadows stay in place. I took Gunmetal from the Urban Decay Naked palette and applied it all over my eyelids for that base of smoky colour. I've decided to do an exaggerated but still very Avril Lavigne eye for this look. I then took Verve from the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette and applied this into the inner corners of my eye to give that highlight within the smoky eye, which I think always makes a really big difference. Then I took Blackout from the Naked 2 and used that in the socket of my eye and above as well to really add the drama to the look. Don't worry if it's a little bit messy because we're going to go over it with something else, but I just like to get that really intense dark shadow into the look. I then used a black eyeliner, this is Smolder by MAC, to line my tight lines and my waterlines as well, going about 2/3 of the way in each time. I then used my Barry M gel eyeliner, which I dropped on the floor, to just define the top of my lid and just add a little bit of a line across there. Even when it looks really smoky, I find that adding that little bit of extra eyeliner along the top really helps to define the eyes. I then used Blackout under the eyes as well, again to make them even more bold, and I went 2/3 of the way along once more. I then took Hustle from the Naked 1 palette and used this on the very outer edges of that blackout shade. I'm going to do a little bit more later, but for now this was just to add that little bit of like the purpley vampire-y look. But don't worry, we'll make it look a bit more intense later on. I also took it very slightly under the eyes as well. Next I took my Fleur de Faux eyelashes and popped those on as well to add that extra drama to the smoky eye look. Don't worry if your false eyelashes take a little bit of practice to get on, they've always taken me a little bit of time, it's all good. I then curled my lashes with the false lashes, it's just a little something I like to do. Then I popped on a tiny bit of mascara just to gel them both together as well. You don't have to do this, but I always like how it looks. And I also used my mascara on the bottom lashes as well. Don't forget, I will put all of the product names of everything I've used in the description box for you as well. I then took a purple eyeshadow and just used this again on the very, very outer. Now, it's not a really bold purple eyeshadow, but it just adds that very, very subtle purple glow to the look. I didn't want to go too much overboard. I still wanted it to be a black smoky eye, but I just found it added that vampire edge. And again, I popped it underneath too. I took this Gosh foundation, which is slightly paler than my normal foundation because it's a vampire look, or why not, and just popped it all over my skin. I speeded this up and cut out quite a lot of it, but I apply it with my MAC stippling brush and then I use my fingers to blend it. It's just my preferred way of doing foundation. I always find it gives quite a nice finish. I then filled in my brows using my Smashbox Brow Tech Trio. It's the go-to eyebrow product I always use. I still like to fill in my brows even though it's a Halloween look. And then a tiny little bit of highlighting just on the high points of my face as usual, because I want to do something different for the contouring side of things. I'd normally use a brown, but instead I actually took a black eyeshadow, again to give that sunken, hollow vampire look, and just use this on my cheekbones because, as we know, Avril has very prominent cheekbones, so I thought I'd exaggerate this for this Halloween vampire look. It looks a bit crazy, but that's what Halloween's for. It's all good. Now, Avril never really tends to wear lipstick, so what I did was I just took away the foundation that had gone onto my lips and then just applied a lip balm, because I figured the next step is actually going to be the most dramatic lip bit, so I didn't want to overcomplicate it in the beginning. I I then took my Claire's Accessories individual vampire fangs and popped them onto my teeth. They don't stay in place very well, but they do the trick for this look. I then grabbed my fake blood and took a lip brush and just got to work having that trail of blood down from where the fangs would sit. So I just used the lip brush to do this rather than let it drip because I'm very clumsy and I thought it'd get pretty messy. I popped a little bit onto my lips as well and just blended it with my finger just to give that look of having just bitten someone with your vampire fangs. I also went towards my top lip as well. Then I unclipped my hair and all that was needed was a change of clothes. Ta-da! I wanted to go for the classic Avril tank top and tie combination, which is a little bit of a nod to the Here's to Never Growing Up video, which links to the vampire theme. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you soon. Don't forget to subscribe. P.S. Happy Halloween!